I just like the idea of like being someone's favorite person, and I don't feel that way right now. Like I don't feel like I'm anyone's like favorite person or their person that they like run to tell stuff to or talk to every single day, or like, oh, like me and Bree, we gotta go to this together. Like I don't feel like people like think of me in that way. I was in friendships where people would do me so dirty, talk to me any kind of way, just being just awful, horrible friends, and I would forgive and forgive and forgive, and when I would let it slide and just, or sometimes just not even say anything. And it literally wasn't until I did something wrong or I slipped up or I said the wrong thing, they immediately tried to cut me off as a friend. Hey everyone, it's Bree. Welcome back to my channel. I'm back into the video, and we're going to be reacting to How to Survive Female Friendships, the Ultimate Survival Guide. I'm curious what this video is going to be about. When it comes to me and female friendships, I'm not going to lie, they tend to be a little bit difficult. When I was in high school, I didn't have a whole lot of female friends. Our main friend group in high school consisted of guys mostly. Like I mostly hung around guys, and that's because I just genuinely like got along better with guys in high school, and even like in middle school too. Like I just always got along with them better. I didn't really argue with them much, and the kind of stuff that I was into kind of fit more into what the guys were into. Like I was into video games. Not a lot of girls are into video games even now. And even with me just getting out of college, throughout my college career and just, meeting other females on campus, I didn't really come across any that were into video games. The only ones that I did meet was when I was in the game design program at Mason. But like once I left that program, it was like I couldn't find any other female gamers on campus. And so yeah, but it's like nowadays, if you say that, you get called a pick me. Now it's like, if you say that you get along better with guys than girls, then people are quick to be like, oh, you're a pick me, and you're just trying to be seen by guys. But it's like, no, I tend to get along better with guys. But when I got to college, I did really want more of those female friendships, and that's what I was really seeking when I got to college. Because when I got to college, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't really trust guys like that anymore, because I was pretty damaged by my high school experience. But just also I knew that going to college, a lot of guys, they don't really be sincere with the whole friendship thing. A lot of them have ulterior motives, and a lot of times in college when guys befriend women, it's usually a secret reason as to why. It's like either they want to secretly date you, they have feelings for you. It's very rare that it's just straight up platonic. And so, and I didn't want that. I didn't want to have to deal with that or put up with that. And so I'm like, I'm gonna make an effort to try and make some female friends, because I wanted that, like that girl group of friends that I could talk to and spend time with. But even with that, man, it's just, I don't know. It's been hard. It's been hard in general trying to make friends, but for me, trying to make female friends has been really hard, because there's just so much unnecessary like stuff that goes on. And like even like I've had friend groups before where like it's just a lot of pettiness, a lot of favoritism, a lot of just, yeah, like people talking behind each other's back. I've had instances where I've walked into the room where my friends were at, and they were sitting there laughing about something, and they were completely dead silent when I walked in. Like it's just, yeah, it's always, I've always had like, not always, but like my closest like girlfriends that I've had throughout the years, and again high school and college, there's just always some type of drama that happens. In high school, it was more so like boy drama, like you end up liking the same boy and it causes issues. But I don't know. It's just always something. So I'm gonna see what these two have to say, and if they have any advice on how to survive female friendships.
Hey guys, it's Gabs
and Gina back with another video. And if you're new, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
And if you're returning,
you know the vibes. Okay, y'all. I know you read the title. I know you already like, what is they talking about?
We got a survival guide for female friendships in college.
Okay.
We've been through it, so we know you need this information.
And I know the way I be talking on TikTok about y'all terrible friendships and all that. I know everybody's been through it. And because y'all, there's so many key factors that looking back, we're like, yo, if we just knew this small thing,
you know what I'm saying?
It would have changed everything.
But your big sisters, Gabs and Gina, we got you.
Okay.
Let's get into it.
You have to know the type of friendships you want from people.
This is vital.
Okay, when you meet people, you kind of sense them out, fill them out like, could you only be an acquaintance? Could you be a best friend? Could you be a friend, a sister?
That's important. Like, because I will say that was a hard lesson I had to learn. Again, especially coming to college, that I had to ingrain in my mind that not everybody is a friend. Not everybody is a friend. Not everybody is a good friend. And there are some people that are just meant to be acquaintances. And it sucks, especially when you're in a space where you're like, you want to meet people and you want to make friends. And so it's almost like, you meet everybody with the intention of, oh, this person could be my friend. But what happens is that, you tend to get caught up in trying to force friendships with people that you just don't mesh well with. And just like you said, you have to know what kind of friendships you want. And for me, I know what kind of friendships I want, but I just feel like nowadays people are weird nowadays. And so it's like the type of friendships that I want, it's almost seen as like unrealistic to most people, but I see it with other people. Like, for instance, like for me, I want more friends that I can like, talk to every single day, that I can, go to whenever I have a problem or an issue, if I need, someone to vent to. I want someone that I can hang out with, like if there's something going on, like, they're the first person that I can go to, we can be like, hey, let's go to this thing, and vice versa. And I just want that, because a lot of times I feel like in friendships, it's like I want that, but then the other person doesn't want that, or they just don't operate that way. And I feel like people nowadays, they think friendship is you talk to each other like once a month. And like, like people don't put a lot of effort into their friendships. And so I would like more friendships where that effort is really like put into it on both ends. And it doesn't feel like, I'm giving more than the other person. Or even sometimes too, even when it comes to like, again, just like, being supportive and being there. I feel like I support people willingly. Like, it's something that I want to do. It's something I'm excited to do. But then when I need people to do stuff for me, it's always like hesitation and like, or people will try to make up excuses as to why they can't do X, Y, and Z. And so I just would want, like, I don't know. I just like the idea of like being someone's favorite person. And I don't feel that way right now. Like, I don't feel like I'm anyone's like favorite person or their person that they like run to tell stuff to or talk to every single day, or like, oh, like me and Bree, we gotta go to this together. Like, I don't feel like people like think of me in that way, but that's the type of friendships that like I yearn for.
It's the role, you gotta see that not everyone's meant to be a best friend, and that's where people mess up.
And also, what are you, a party friend, library friend, school friend, everyday friend, church friend, African friend? Like, you know there's so many different factors. As soon as you meet people, first couple, just play some. Don't wait for them to show you, like, wait. Or even wait. When they do, just assign a quickly.
A lot of big things that happen, like with friendships, it started from the jump. The slick little comments, the little, I'm not hitting you up sometimes, or not inviting you to places. Not liking your pictures. They showed you, but you decided, no, this person, you want them to be a best friend.
But
like I said, they never
best friend.
became best friend, babe. Being able to distinguish this will save you from disappointment. Like, why she not do? I did this for her birthday. Why she not?
You should never did that.
You should have never did that birthday because you knew it was never given.
But see, Sometimes you can peep that, and sometimes you can't, and that's the problem, and that's the thing that I keep trying to explain to people, is people are so quick to be like, oh, you knew that person was trash from the beginning. No, bro. Like, some people are really good at hiding that. It's like, some people are good at finessing and making like portraying themselves in a certain way in the beginning, and you really don't peep it until you're like maybe a couple months in to that friendship or relationship or whatever. Like, people don't really show who they really truly are until later on, and it sucks because sometimes you get, fucked over in that way. Like, for me with the whole birthday thing, that's why, like, this year I've been way less giving when it comes to birthdays. Like, I be doing like gift card, like bare minimum, because I kid you not, every single year I get screwed. I always get screwed, where it's like I go all out for other people's birthdays. I get them really meaningful gifts, sometimes expensive gifts, but just, and not even, it doesn't always have to be expensive, but just I put a lot of thought and effort into people's gifts. And also, again, I don't do this anymore, but when I was in high school, I used to prepare paragraphs. Like, when midnight was coming up, I would sit there and write a whole paragraph about how much that person meant to me and what their friendship means to me and why I'm so thankful to have them in my life. Oh my God, I would go above and beyond. I would, get the photo collage together to put on Instagram. I would do so much to celebrate that person's birthday. And you think I got any of that in return? No. And I always, and it's crazy too, because like my friends' birthdays are always before mine. They're always before mine. And so it's like, I never know. I just hope that, like, okay, hopefully they remember what I did for them on their birthday. But it's like, there were so many times, I think I talked about this before, about how, like, I would have so many pictures that I had, taken with people, like, throughout the school year or whatever. And when my birthday came up, I was like, waiting for them to post a picture and tag me and, all that. Nope. And it's so crazy. Like, you do all of that. You get the gift, you get the paragraphs, you get the Instagram stories. And then all you get is a dry happy birthday text at like 11 o'clock, like an hour before. And that literally happened to me before. I had a friend who, again, when it was his birthday, I went all out, like, got very specific things that, he wanted. And when it came time to my birthday, I kid you not, y'all, I'm not even exaggerating. This man texted me happy birthday, no emojis, no exclamations, just a straight up happy birthday at exactly 11:59 p.m. You cannot tell me that was not on purpose. There is no way that you perfectly timed it to where you texted me a minute before my birthday was over, happy birthday. And it's just like, when you get that, and that's the thing, you don't know until your birthday comes around, of like, oh, so you're not gonna reciprocate? Cool, I remember next year. But at this point, you've already spent your time and your money on that person, and it just sucks.
It never gave, you should have did that. And don't also do things expecting it in return. Do it because that's you, so that in the end,
I'm learning
like,
that.
I did this, I did that, I did that, because
I'm
I was
learning
wishing,
that.
I was hoping. Keep wishing and hoping, baby, because that's never what they said they were gonna do for you.
Exactly.
And also, it's okay to also withdraw. Like, okay, I thought I could, because that's how me and Gabby,
Yeah.
like, we'll give you mad energy, and then we'll people like, oh, you just don't have that. Oh.
When we realized, and there's no coming back from that.
There's no coming back. As
You
soon as
messed
we're
up, and we're done. I'm sorry. Gina really showed me true friendship, so that I can't really, like, I expect the most out of my friends. So when you not, so it's like every time I'm like, they not Gina, I don't want it. I'm sorry.
And I think that's acceptable, because same. And then, but the thing is, we'll meet like small people that will really be like, wait, you're actually a vibe, and it makes everybody else. So it's like, don't accept less when you're more. If you don't really care to be close with people, you be cool, but know the type of person.
But see, and that's the thing, and it's like, I get that and I understand that, but I'm just starting to come to the realization that there's just not a lot of me's out there. There aren't. And I'm not saying I'm by any means perfect, but in terms of, like she said, she loves for her friends to do the most for her. That's how because that's just how I am. That's how I am. And so I want my friends to be the exact same way with me. But I'm also understanding now that I can't expect people to be like that towards me just because I do that for them. So that's why now I am, practicing that. I am starting to withdraw a little bit so I'm not, giving so much. But also I've been trying to make it a point to tell myself like, okay, hey, if I do this favor for this person, don't expect anything in return. Like, I'm trying to train my brain into thinking that, because it does suck when you put so much into your friendships, into your relationships with people, and they don't do the same in return. And it's like, but you always get this where it's like, oh, well, they didn't tell you they were going to do that, so you can't expect that. But I just feel like it's just common courtesy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you get someone a gift, then they should get you a gift. Like, I just feel like that's just how it goes, But unfortunately, that's just not the case.
Person you are and the types of friendships you want. So with that being said, do not overshare. Don't overshare. Don't tell them XYZ and he did this, that. And because you peep when girls fall out, they be throwing all that back at you. That's why your panties was dirty. That's why your nigga was fucking me and I didn't.
Oh, I mean, I wasn't gonna go that far, but yeah, I mean that too. Like I don't really go into detail about stuff anymore. Like, there's a few people that I know I can trust with information because they've trusted me with information. So even in the event that they were to throw me under the bus and put my business out there, I got business on them that I could throw. So it's a mutual exchange. But I have been, even though I'm not perfect, but I am trying to not put a lot of my business out there anymore, even just a lot of my emotions. Like, I've been posting less on Instagram. Sometimes I slip up on Twitter here and there, but because it's just like, I don't want to keep like giving people information about my life and what I do on a day-to-day and how I feel about certain things, because not everybody deserves access to that information.
But if she didn't know, could she tweet that?
You telling someone that's supposed to be an acquaintance your deep, darkest secrets, what do you expect they gonna do with that?
They
gonna tell it to their best friend.
Okay.
So you have to be very vigilant. Don't overshare. Really, like I said, fill people out. It's like, okay, every time we talk, you don't really tell me much, so I'm gonna hold back. And it's like,
yep. I have a friend like this. I have a friend who, she withholds information from me a lot. And it's weird because, we were supposed to be, close friends, best friends, but she does not tell me nothing. So I started doing the same thing, because again, it was very one-sided, where our whole friendship was one-sided. But it's like, I would tell her every itty-bitty thing that would go on in my life. And it's not that she was sharing it with other people, because she never told a soul. Like, even if I told her something today, I know that she would never tell anybody. But it was always weird to me that she was always so secretive about whatever it was that she was going through. Or even stuff that, like, just certain things where you're like, okay, if we're best friends, why would you not tell me that? Like, there were times where, like, even when she got her first job, didn't tell me. Then her sister had a baby, didn't tell me. Like, there's so many things that you're just like, why wouldn't you say something? And she's been telling me stuff now, like, here and there, but for a long time she just was very, very secretive, not saying much. And so I'm like, okay, well, if you're not gonna tell me what's going on in your life, then I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna keep my business to myself as well. It's very weird.
Exactly.
Me, the queen of oversharing, it was really hard sensing, like, I actually can't tell you everything.
Yeah.
Right? Because it's just like, is you looking at it as tea.
Yeah, it's tea to you.
Like,
I'm telling you my life story and it's tea to you.
What? I'm going through this right now and you really
it's tea to you. You don't even feel me how I need you to feel me. It's tea. You going to key.
And it's like, you telling them because you think they're going to give you advice. No, they don't have that for you. They're listening. They said, okay.
Oh, okay. Dang.
It's tough.
Dang, that's crazy.
Stay up, bro.
Hey, look at you. I'm telling y'all,
literally watch out for red flags. When, like I said before,
it's
a lot
hard
of these
sometimes
things,
though.
You picked up on it when it was first happening, it would have never blown up into something bigger. Because speak up. You didn't like the way she spoke to you. You didn't like when she did that.
Granted, I will say that I'm sorry, I keep pausing, but I will say that because of some of those not so great friendships in the past, it's helped me to identify red flags off rip. So whereas some things that I might have like let slide here and there before, now I'm like, the first sign of it, like, it's raps.
Speak up, because I'm telling you, in the long run, you're gonna feel like crazy.
I'm sorry. Ignore that. If you hear that, it's an AC or something. We need it, but
yeah, you're gonna feel crazy. Know the red flags. Know what you don't like. And I feel like when you go through multiple friendships, especially in college, you learn. I don't like when people do this. So in the next friendship, you better not be letting that slide.
Exactly.
Okay, it's like, okay, for this person, yes, but for you, my love, you're done.
You're done.
Okay, and people, one thing about them, they're gonna treat you a certain way, and they want you to take it in. But when you start treating them how they treat you,
now it's problem.
Now it's problem. Now it's wahala. Are you dumb?
But babes, you did it to me.
No, when you did it to me, I didn't say a damn thing. I didn't let it slide.
And
that's my fault. But now that I know, babe, you could never do me how you thought you could do me.
Yeah, see, I dealt with the same thing. See, this is triggering memories from high school. Cause man, I tell you, like, again, I was in friendships where people would do me so dirty, talk to me any kind of way, just being just awful, horrible friends. And I would forgive and forgive and forgive. And I would let it slide and just, or sometimes just not even say anything. And it literally wasn't until I did something wrong or I slipped up or I said the wrong thing, they immediately tried to cut me off as a friend. And it's like, you be talking to me crazy, disrespecting me, like, not valuing me as a friend. And I've sat there and I've forgiven you over and over and over again. But God forbid I maybe make a joke that you didn't like, or I do something small that, like something that wasn't even intended to hurt your feelings or whatever the case may be. People are quick to cut me off. I don't need you. Never talking to you again. It's so crazy. It's so crazy.
Yeah, you silly.
What are some red flags? To me, to us, if the girl is boy crazy, I'm sorry.
She will sell your soul for the boy.
Ooh.
For any boy in this world, she doesn't know she's gonna sell your soul.
If she's boy crazy, she don't respect your friendship. She just wants a relationship and she's good. But while she's lonely, some friends will do. But as soon as she get a man, you will not hear from her.
No, you won't.
You will not hear from her.
Okay, now let me speak on this. So the boy crazy thing, I will say that I've had friends, because I'm not boy crazy. I'm not. Now, do I tend to get attached to whoever I'm dating at that time? Yeah, but I'm not boy crazy in terms of, like, I'm constantly, like, looking for someone to be with. I don't go out in public constantly staring at guys, but I know people that do that. And I will say that was something that kind of, it gets annoying. It gets very annoying. I did have a roommate that was like this. She was boy crazy. Like, she literally admitted to me that she cannot handle being single. Like, she has to be in a relationship. She has to be dealing with a guy to feel fulfilled. She does not know how to be alone. She straight up told me this word for word. And because of that, she was constantly talking about boys. Constantly looking for boys. Like, we couldn't go anywhere without her being like, and there's nothing wrong with going out and being like, oh, he's cute and X, Y, and Z. But if that's all you're talking about and that's all you're thinking about, it does get annoying. And she also is the type where when she gets into a relationship, it's, forget everybody else. Now, for me, again, I am guilty of not sustaining my friendships like that when I'm in a relationship, because my focus is just all on that person. But I don't think that's an indication of being boy crazy. I think those two are kind of, they could be one and the same, but they could also be separate. But yeah, having a friend that's boy crazy and that's like all they think about, I do think that can be problematic in some ways.
Like I said, mommy.
Okay.
But it's really F you. Like, she don't care about you at all. Like, no.
And we see these, and it's all, a person's boy crazy and how they talk and how they act. If I'm literally
especially around boys.
I literally had one friend told me, I'm not gonna let my friends stop me from getting my husband. She didn't. Where is she today? I can't tell you. And I noted that. I said, well, I actually believe you, Yeah. She will not let her friends stop her from getting her husband. Meaning, whether you need her or not. If her man needs her, if her man.
That's that. Another red flag is the drama and the gossiping. Girls are dramatic. girls gossip, whatever. But if it's like you guys don't talk about like future plans, goals, how are you on a deep level, it's really gossip about the next shorty. I'm sorry, you gotta cut that off. Because
I mean, gossiping about other girls, I can see that being problematic, but I'm gonna be real, like, sometimes I like to gossip. I feel like everybody likes to gossip from time to time. Obviously, that shouldn't be the only thing you talk about, like, because for me, like, I do also like talking about the future and that's another thing too. I miss that so much. I don't feel like I do that enough with people, and I really wish I could have more deep talks with people, because I love that. I love dissecting people's brains. I love for people to dissect my brain. I love to talk about like deep topics, like not surface level stuff, but like really deep topics. Man, I miss doing that so much. But I mean, a little gossip here and there ain't hurt nobody. I don't think there's anything wrong with that necessarily. But I guess if that's all you're talking about and that's all you're concerned about, it could be problematic. Again, back to that friend I was talking about earlier, like that was something that kind of that was kind of like the main thing that we would talk about, actually, was like but it was high school. Like that's what you do in high school. You gossip about other people that you have, classes with, or oh my god, you seen someone fighting this morning at lunch, or I said this morning at lunch, this morning at breakfast. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like it's natural to talk about things and other people from time to time. So
she's taking your information too and gossiping about it, because it's like, especially these people gossiping about their close friends to you.
You think
you're off limits,
you
babe?
better than them?
What? You off limits, babe? You was never off limits. You're even the highlights of the conversation for other people.
She's just waiting for you to really tell her something, that she could really just.
Yeah.
You very careful.
So if you notice, like, this person, wow, you don't know what their mom's name. You don't even know much about them, but you could tell them X, Y, Z, all the drama. You could timetable.
Yeah. These people are always listening, always watching. They always want to be in the mix, because they're, I seen this, I peeped this, I peeped. Oh, did y'all peep? They sending people snaps to you, sending people, did you? Damn, I didn't even finish catching up. Bro, I'm failing right now. I actually just can't talk about this right now.
Because the thing with me and Gabby, we could do it all. One day we could be, yes, everybody talks about people we know. But one day we could be chatting. Next day we doing plans. Like we create things together. We doing stuff. We trying to do activities. We trying to better each other. We talking about deep stuff. We just chatting. That's like the type of friendships I like. But every time I kind of feel awkward around you if we're not talking about somebody.
It's like, damn, I gotta think of what the next thing. I don't like this person. Let me. I feel like I got an assignment every time I talk to you, because I gotta come up with new information. Did you know?
Okay, meanwhile, did you know that I'm not doing well right now?
So well. I actually understand where that was coming from.
But and you gotta peep that. When you're not against people the way they are, like if say they bring you tea, and you're like, nah, it's not really funny.
To be honest,
no, it's not funny. And why you funny?
I kind of agree with her.
And now they're being weird towards you, or they kind of punish you for not agreeing with them in certain ways.
I kind of like the picture.
Like, pay attention to their other friends. If they only hang out with a certain type of girls, certain types of people that do certain types of things, and that's not you, but they're friends with you, you gotta question, okay, what role do I play in this person's life? How am I, like, where, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I feel like other people's friends could tell you who they are, right? Because, like, say if Gabby brings me around her friends, I could hang with them because I'm similar to Gabby. Gabby goes around my friends. It's cool, but you don't really get along with their other friends. You really have beef with their other friends. I don't see how you think you and that person gotta last. That's really what it's about. Because
they relate to them for a reason.
Right.
And if you don't relate to those people, I just don't relate to you. And I feel like this brings me to like morality and morals. Okay? Pay attention.
It depends.
She's friends with demons and henchmen.
Right. And you are.
That means and you're an angel, you're a saint. She doesn't mind demons and henchmen. You just don't want to hang out with people like that.
Yeah, the henchman thing. Yep, I have seen that. Where I call them yes men, like people that you have around that you just want them to agree with every little thing that you do, like they follow you around, like they basically are just like your minions almost. Like I have seen that, and I have had issues with those people because I'm someone where like if I don't agree with something that you're saying or doing, I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you respectfully, but I'm not someone that'll just agree or tell you that you're right just because we're friends. And I've lost friends like that, or I've had people be shady towards me because I didn't agree with every little thing they did. Even if the things they were doing was horrible, they wanted me to just go along with it. And it's like, no.
And that's another thing. Karma does not separate.
No.
That's one thing I learned. You doing that, you friends with hoes and bitches that get down. When the bitches that get down with you, you think they're gonna be like, nah, don't touch her.
Yeah.
It's not her that we're looking for. It's not her that we're looking for. You're looking for gang. You gang, that's your friend?
Right.
Well, you could get it too.
Yeah. They doing people wrong. They stealing. You're not off limits, babe.
No, literally.
You're gonna feel the wrath.
Exactly. Karma is shared, babe. So you in the car with her. They got a hit on her. You think they go?
So take her out the car.
Take her out the car.
Wait for God to leave.
No, babe.
You're all getting it. So you have to really be careful. You have to be around people that have the same morals as you. If you're a good person, they're good people too. You know what I'm saying?
She steals people's man.
That's a negative character trait.
Literally steals.
That's what she does. That she's happy about that.
And that's your friend.
Yeah. You think she's gonna stop at you when you have a boyfriend? No.
Yeah.
You think she would do it to you, babe?
It's even perfect. She knows it, and then you even told her things. You even it's good.
You even put her on.
She's coming.
Oh yeah, and that's why. Let me make this clear. That's why I will never, ever brag about what my significant other is working with to any female. I don't care how close I am. I don't care how much I trust them. I will never, because women will get curious, and then that's when you start having problems. So yeah, no. But no, again, I had a very fake friend in high school that did this to me. It was like every single guy that I was close to, she would try to compete with me. And so it's like every guy that I, like there was like a particular guy that, you know, I liked and that I was very close to. And basically she made it her mission to not only date this person, but to make them stop talking to me altogether. And so I literally lost my best friend in high school because of her. And then even like she even did that within our whole, because we had a circle, like we had a group, and it literally like slowly but surely they all started getting closer to her, and they all started to cut me off. And then I just ended, like the whole friend group ended up cutting me off because she just could not handle me being close with them. And then I remember like I started like trying to, you know, talk to other people, because I'm like, well, I lost all my friends, so I might as well make some new ones. And then she started trying to hang out and talk to other people I was talking to, and I'm like, girl, get a life. Like, why are you so pressed to try and like mess up all of these friendships that I have with people? Like, it was so crazy.
You even given her the perfect recommendation.
He spent so much money on me. You know she likes niggas.
Now
money.
she has to tap in. Thank you.
You're not, because that's another thing. I'm starting to see people see friends separate from family, but I see friends as chosen family, right? So people be like, oh, that's just my friend. I could do her whatever. It's whatever. But it's not good. Like, friends are people, family you choose. So make sure you choose family, like people you genuinely want around you, people who you trust. And if you can't find that, don't settle. Like, literally be on your own. Build yourself up so you're that type of person that people like that gravitate towards, you know?
Yeah. You saw them two African girls from New York?
The real.
The real Khadijah Bassi, something like that?
Something.
I don't know. See how the best friend slept with her?
Ben sleeping.
The thing is, I guarantee you, the best friend showed her that was the type of person she was from jump. But she was putting in a side. I'm sure she was sleeping with other people's boyfriends. She was on some whole shit. No, babe, it's only a matter of time. So you want to be very vigilant about the people they hang around with and their morals and the things they find okay.
Yes. Know yourself, and then know the people you want to be around. If you don't mind certain things like that, cool, keep it like that. But if you do, don't surround yourself with people like that and then be wondering why your hair is falling out. Like, I'm so stressed lately. I don't get it.
Oh, just know, cheating and lying and all that is not far from stealing. If you can steal, you can cheat, you can lie. They can cheat you, they can lie, they can steal from you. Very rare.
I'm trying not to put too much of my business out there, but forget it. I just said I had a friend. Who is very good at lying. She's very good at lying. She admitted this to me, that she's very good at lying. And she's also someone that stole from me. Now it wasn't like, okay, I say steal, but well, yeah, it actually was stealing, because I caught her. I walked into my room and I caught her trying to take something from my closet, and then she ran and locked herself in the bathroom. So yeah, she was stealing, and being very immature and childish about it. And again, like, looking back, like, at least with that friendship, there were a couple of red flags, but it's like, I lived with her, so it's like, what are you gonna do? Like, I live with you. So there was a lot of stuff that I kind of like brush under the rug, but yeah, like, no, if, like they said, if they'll lie, they will cheat, and if they will cheat, they will steal. Not necessary. It doesn't have to necessarily be all three, but someone that'll do one of those things is also capable of doing the other things. I do agree with that.
If you put up certain boundaries and you don't know why, like, I don't really want them coming to your house, coming to my house unless your friend babes. If you don't want your friend coming to your house because you know she steals, why is she your friend?
Yeah, that's common sense.
She be lying. Times I don't really.
Yeah. It's really common sense, a lot of it.
Mm-hmm. So another thing that we're kind of iffy on, right? You know how, like, certain people pick friends based on aesthetic, like, oh, she a bad bitch, I'm gonna be with
We
bad
just
bitch.
talked about
like,
this.
She a bad bitch, but she's a demon.
We just talked about this in the Erica Banks video. I'm curious what they're gonna say.
So it's like, you have to be careful.
Exactly. But then people do the opposite. If you a bad bitch and you surround yourself with girls that look as good as you, or don't do, you do the 30 inches, you do the lashes, and they no makeup babes, they don't really dress up, but you surround yourself with those type of girls because you want to feel better about yourself. You too be vigilant. Hell is hot. So I just
don't do based on aesthetic, because some of you girls are really looking for that bad bitch friend group where y'all can really, but y'all really, at the end of the day,
I can't talk about
yeah, y'all suck. Y'all personalities are trash.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I want to do a friendship where we all look at, oh, my bitches are bad. Yeah, but all your bitches are bad people.
Yeah, they are
bad people. They are bad.
And I'm scared.
And you're scared too.
Okay? So, like I said before, make sure you're calling people out on their BS. They talked to you crazy, they disrespected you in a way that you just didn't like, they rubbed you the wrong way. You really need to speak up on it. Because the thing is, you teach people how to treat you. Okay, they said a little something, you didn't say nothing. It's gonna get worse from there. You teach people how to abuse you, like, to be honest, like, it's okay. So then they feel like they could try you. Certain people you'll see, they'll do something to one friend, but they'll never try with another, because that friend has taught them, I'm not the one. So you need to really speak up and defend yourself.
Exactly.
Like, it's not even on some crazy shit, it's like, what you mean by that? And the thing is, when I learned, if people are making you uncomfortable, don't fake laugh.
Oh, because that will make they think this funny.
They know they made you uncomfortable, but they know that you're not gonna say nothing.
That's the thing, and it's like, I be trying so hard, y'all. I be trying so hard to be nice with folks, but it's like, people really do take kindness for weakness. And for me, it's like, I've had to get a little bit more mean lately and a little bit more stern, because people really don't understand that. It's like, with the fake laughing and stuff, it's like, yeah, people really take that as like, oh, she's okay with this, I can do it again. No. And so, but then it's like, if I come right out the blue being like, hey, don't do that, that's not cool, the people are like, oh, why'd you get so offended? Or, oh, she's so sensitive and can't take a joke. And it's like, it's like, it's a slippery slope, because like, you don't want to like kill the mood, or kill the vibe, and sometimes you might let stuff go for the sake of not messing up the moment. But then it's like, they take that and they say, okay, well, I'm gonna do it again and again and again. And then it's like, when you finally put your foot down and say, hey, I'm not cool with this, then it's like, oh, like, what's wrong with you? Or like, oh, why are you being so rude? And it's like, I'm not being rude, I'm setting boundaries with you, and I'm telling you, hey, this is not okay. But then you get labeled as, sensitive, or being rude, and it's annoying.
What do you mean by that? What do you,
like, literally just
don't laugh. Just look at them.
Supposed to mean?
Yeah, cop a little attitude. And if they're generally your friend, maybe they didn't mean to like hurt you, whatever like that, they'll accept it, and going forward, if they do it again, it's grounds for cut off. But if they change, then they really didn't mean it.
Or if they get mad at you, why are you mad? Wait, it was just
that's what I'm saying.
Mad. We had a friend, she always saying like, I hate you, call us a bitch, like, and I was like, I feel like I just like,
I would always get.
That's the thing. It's like, again, I dealt with this in high school, where it's like, if certain things offended me, it was like, yeah, like, you get called a bitch, or people just look at you crazy, and it's just like, like, it's just, it's frustrating. It's very frustrating.
If you tell me you hate me, I'm just like, eventually you will program your mind to hate me. Because if you can say you hate me, I don't know what else you can say.
Yeah, there's certain things. It's like, what do you mean?
I just don't play like that. Yeah, like I just don't, and I get it.
What do you mean? Shut up.
Like, what do you mean exactly?
Now
But I
I'm
get it.
getting nervous.
Because some people are growing up around hard. I'm not. I'm sorry. I wasn't growing up with people call me bitches and whores and stuff like that. So I'm not also gonna allow people that.
And that's another thing too. Like, there's a lot of, especially up north, a lot of people have like when I got to college, it was a culture shock for me, and it was a culture shock because what they perceive as just being raw and authentic, I perceive as being rude. And so it took a lot of time for me to get used to the way people would talk to me. Because to them, they're just being playful and it's not anything to it. But for me, it's like, bro, why are you saying these things? And why are you talking to me like that? Like, you know, like it just be throwing me off. Granted, I've gotten kind of used to it now. And now I kind of like throw it back at people. But naturally, I'm not like that. And it gets a little exhausting because that's just not how I naturally am. For me, I just like to be kind. And it's like, I don't feel like jokes have to be offensive. I don't feel like you have to call people bitches. And like, I just like respectful conversations. Like, I just don't like when people get like all disrespectful and stuff. But some people are just like that, but like in a playful sense. They don't mean any harm by it. And so I've kind of just made myself be okay with it if I know that the intentions aren't to hurt my feelings. But I understand what they're saying too. It's like, I didn't grow up like that. I I'm just not like that, and I'm not used to that, and I don't like when people talk to me that way. But I've kind of just grown accustomed to it at this point.
You're not my sister. I don't have to take this. So one thing I just stand on, I don't have to take this. If you're my friend, I don't have to take any type of treatment, any type of trauma.
Yeah.
Why? So again, do not lower your standards. If you know the type of friend you are and you know the type of energy you pour into people, it's okay to not have any friends. It's okay to just have two friends, one friend. Everybody makes it seem like friendship group, oh my gosh. But meanwhile, they all hate each other.
Meanwhile, you go to Miami and this bitch left you for dead. Okay? But you just wanted to do gang. I promise you,
It's
don't
not worth
die
it.
for gang.
It's
They say
not
don't die
worth
for
it.
nyash, don't die for gang.
Don't die to do a
What?
itty bitty piggy and don't.
It's okay.
It's okay.
Find you a cute best friend and rock out into the sunset, babe.
And just
be very wary.
I'm trying.
This kind of goes with like what we said earlier, but be very wary of people that backstab others. Okay, you see how she did that one person. I'm sorry. It's coming to you. You're next. It's just slowly coming to you. Be very wary. She did this to one person. She fucked her best friend's man. No. You gotta look, like I said, morals. If you find a certain something wrong, don't exclude no one out of that. Oh, because she did it, it's okay.
It's okay.
No. Okay, she did someone dirty. You're not off limits, babe. People hurt their families. People backstab their families. So you,
That's
my friend, that
true.
have a real blood relation.
people are doing that for ransom. And you think you're off.
You think you're off limits, babe? No. Be very wary of people that backstab others. She's always at fault. She's always at fault. Interesting.
You could feel when someone's genuine. To me, honestly, what I've started to realize how I could tell when someone's genuine is just like, I've done nothing to deserve this, yet you're gonna do it. And to me, that makes me know like, oh shoot, you're actually genuine because you're not looking. I didn't show you say I had this one friend, like, he did the most for me on my birthday. Your birthday, I barely, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'd be missing it. So I was just like, oh, shoot, you're mad genuine. Then the friendship continues. Like, people that you could tell, like, they don't have an ulterior motive. They're just loving. They're just kind to everybody.
Yeah.
Like, you could literally see it. So don't be trying to do them. No, they're corny.
That's crazy, because even as she's saying that, I'm really trying to think, have I experienced that? Not to say I haven't experienced genuine people, but in terms of, like, with friends, like, now that I'm thinking about it, I'm usually always the first person to make that first step. You know what I mean? Like, I'm usually the one to do the most first, whether it's, again, birthdays or showing support or just being there for people. I'm usually the one that's putting in that effort first, and then I'm waiting to get it in return. I don't think I've ever really had friends or friendships start because someone started out being genuine with me. I was usually the one to initiate it. And so that's interesting to see. But again, it's like, I don't know, man. Making friends is hard. I'm actually going to end the video right there because I think that they've pretty much covered a lot in this video. This is actually a really well made video. I've never seen them before, but they touched on a lot of stuff that I personally dealt with. I know that like a minute ago, the girl in the white she mentioned that, you know, it's okay to not have friends. People say that. People say that, like, oh, it's okay to not have friends, or it's okay to, you know, like, but at the end of the day, like, we're all human, and we all naturally crave human interaction to some degree. It might be very, very little, it might be a lot, but we all crave human interaction in some type of way. And so to expect people to just be okay with being alone and not having any friends, I just think it's unrealistic. And I hate when people tell me that. I hate when people say, like, oh, well, you know, maybe you don't need friends, or just enjoy your own company. I've been enjoying my own company my entire life, and I'm over it. I want to experience life with friends. I'm tired of doing stuff alone. I'm tired of not being able to go anywhere because I don't have anyone to go with me. And yes, I understand that I can experience things by myself, but I don't want to. That's not fun for me. There's no point in me doing that if I'm going to be miserable the whole time. I don't want to go out to eat at a restaurant by myself. I don't want to go see a movie by myself. That's not fun. I want to go with someone. I want to go with a friend. And so I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But a lot of times people will say, like, oh, you know, well, just do it by yourself and, you know, stop worrying about it. And, you know, most people, they only have one or two best friends anyway. Okay, I would also like those 1 to 2 best friends. And I don't think there's anything wrong with them. But people make it seem like there's something wrong with me wanting that close friendship with somebody. And it's like people make a lot of assumptions about me. And I feel like people assume that I do have those 1 to 2 people that I'm like, that I want those type of friendships with, but maybe I'm just looking for like a bunch. And it's like, nah, I'm cool with one. I'm cool with just one. But yeah, they touched on a whole lot in this video. I think this is a great video. I hope you guys took something from this. They covered a lot. It looks like they learned a lot as well from any like past friendships that they've had. And they seem like they have a really close bond as well. And so yeah, I really enjoyed this video. And if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you guys give it a big thumbs up. Leave me down a comment down below about what you guys thought about the video. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And I will see you guys in the next video.